Dr. Martin Luther King said, "A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus." I've spent the majority of my career in leadership, and it's been very rewarding, but also very humbling. The best advice that I can give as a leader is don't rush to judgment. You'll be presented with opinions and perspectives, and the responsibility falls on you to wade through all of that, to ascertain what matters most, to make decisions that are going to most benefit the whole, the group, the team, the people that you support, but also the organizations and the people that support you. So as a leader, it's very important that you understand the perspectives of others. You spend time with them to make sure that you understand what matters to them, what motivates them, that you check in from a personal perspective and understand how are they feeling, what's going on. Also, bigger picture, what matters to them from a career trajectory, where do they want to go? Because it's incumbent upon you to make sure that you lay out the path of what's possible, that you help them chart the milestones to get them where they want to be. And that if it makes sense, that you look for the connections and the relationships that will help them and help create that. Also, it's paramount that leaders are existing to remove legitimate barriers to success. And what I mean by that is there are often times where people can complain, can present a beef that may or may not be fully legitimate. And it's very important for us to hear them out, to understand where they're coming from, but to be able to help them put that into perspective. If it's something that cannot be changed, if it's something that's completely out of our control, there is an element of acceptance that has to come to that, but you can't respond in a very cavalier fashion and tell people that it is what it is. You've got to make sure that they feel heard, that even if it's not something that you can control or help or change, that you communicate to them maybe the methodology, the transparency behind why things are the way that they are. And if there are ways that you can take that conversation upward, certainly do that. I've noticed that as I have championed causes and helped folks over the last few decades, that I've made sure that they always know that I evangelized for them, advocated for their cause, and made sure that they understand that even if I can't get the change done, that I'll absolutely put it somewhere where it can be considered and better understood. Make sure that you ascertain that feedback. It isn't necessarily always about finding the perspectives of others and mixing it into a consensus. That's not how it works, and that's what Dr. King was speaking to specifically. By molding consensus, you can actually take people on the journey with you, taking pieces of what's important to everyone and making sure that the sum of the parts is considered as you make decisions, as you lead, and as you convey feedback to other people that could make the changes that are being requested or that are in need for the sum of the parts and for the teams that you support.